think Lounge would have changed by now. Huh, Bixby?
Why does it all seem so sour to you, Stiggs?
Zstroke 99. Residents of Caldaway Studios.
Stage lights, an interview, a warm audience reception, and a night to remember. What's not to like about that?
That's on you, Detective.
The Neon Sheriff.
Always welcome on the case, Charisma. If you're involved, it usually means I'm in for something special.
Got an act for doing what I was programmed for. What a concept.
What's the poison these days?
This time of night in this part of town led me to believe my assistance was for intoxication. Distance requests like this aren't toll-free. I don't see a dime. That's the job.
That it is.
If you can tell yourself things never change. That right.
Depends what you make of it.
I only asked to see if you had noticed any strange appeals.
You're talking about an angle.
No angle, but they're getting creative.
There's your intoxication. Not sure Bing Thursday's gonna like his brand mixed in with this. This metal rod, though, never seen anything like it. How long do you think they've been sitting here?
I'd say 30 minutes. The only way substance could get into the system would be if they were switched off or asleep when it happened.
My clock reads 2:34. Our guy could have been waiting backstage, but look up. Maintenance hour already started, meaning our guy can fly.
The chemical we're dealing with would only cause a short circuit and an exhaust cleanout. Looks here as if the cleanout happened.
It also seems it wasn't good enough. These clues won't get me anywhere quick and easy. Best to ask around. I'll let you know if I need further assistance.
Good luck, boss.
What can I call you?
Kenny.
Alright, Kenny. Name's Bixby. I work correction pending. If you don't mind me asking, what's your business here?
It's 2 a.m., maintenance hour. I vacuum. I exported the form for ministry's sake.
So that was you. Is there anything you might know about the agent behind the curtain? Maybe why someone might do it?
Not a clue. We don't really get any agents here.
The Zstroke 99 was exported 25 minutes ago, which means you were already clocked in. Where's the rest of your crew?
Try this.
You didn't hear anything going on back there?
Not a thing.
Thanks for your time. You can relax for now. Excuse me. Friend of Kenny's, got a name?
Yeah, Bub.
Excuse me?
No, Bub.
Listen, if that's the way it's gonna be...
No, you got me all wrong.
Yeah, whatever, Bub. See, now you're Bub. What do you think of that?
Sure, just... What can I do for you?
Lounge tonight. What does that title mean to you?
Oh, you mean Dean Caldway? He's never the biggest fan. Think it was the hair.
Forget about the hair, Bub. There's more to it than that, isn't there? You don't like him for some reason. You can tell me.
Nah, it was just the hair. I mean, what was that, a wedge? What was he going for, a sailboat? A sailboat?
Right. I'll get back to you. You're a big one.
You want your wires fused, mate.
You got a better place you want to be? Correction pending, pal. I've got some questions for you.
Oh yeah, sure. Now you tell me. What do you want to know?
The other maintenance bots. You close. Seems like it'd be a tough time of night to make any friends.
Depends who gets the shift, really. Tonight, I'm familiar with this Bob. But that's his closest gets. You'd be surprised.
What about Kenny?
Straightforward to himself. Been vacuuming that television talk show every night for who knows how long.
So you wouldn't think someone like him would risk such a position?
Yeah, showbiz is showbiz. Sometimes it gets the worst of you. We can all suppose.
You think Kenny's the type to become vulnerable to that kind of exposure?
Kenny, nah. Probably been immune to those ideas many years ago.
Were you a fan of the show?
The nights it reran after hours here? Sure. I can't say I never stopped to look or listen.
You said you and Bub were kind of close. Bub didn't seem to leave a particularly positive review of the show. He ever mention anything like that to you?
He's mentioned a time he was told to buff the man's boat for ministry sweepstakes. It set him off.
Was there anything in particular that you remember about this incident? Or maybe about the boat?
It was pretty straightforward. Nothing particular. I do remember the boat, though. Real beauty she was. It was wide, bright red, wooden floors. Oh, and had this hood ornament.
Hood ornament, you say?
That's right. Looks like a power line.
Thank you for your time. Oh, didn't catch your name.
Bernie. How about that?
Get dehydrated going door to door. Aqua Dandy is a liquid-based hydration method that uses new space-age technology. With only an easy 23-step process, you can connect the Aqua Dandy directly to your brain.
Hey, I'd like to ask you a few things.
This brass don't shine itself, sunshine. You come here to tell me you brought another brush kitten some lunch?
Kenny sent me. Said you were a real genius when I came to him with the question.
Oh yeah? What can he ever do for me? There's more maintenance roaming about. Try heckling one of them.
Listen, you can either hover on down here or polish the import ducts of tertiary departments the rest of your life.
Oh now, on what authority?
Name's Bixby. Correction pending.
Correct! What is it?
Awfully disturbed individual, aren't you?
Especially when matter of primary departments get involved with mine. Those tertiary department ducts, pal, the ones you mentioned? Yeah, I work those too. What about you? You just woke up with chrome polish under your nose, didn't you?
I don't hand out the resumes. What is it?
James. The name is James. James Hennis.
James Hennis.
You gonna take that away from me too, or you gonna leave me to my work? Shh, no answer. Typical chrome class. Big boys.
Bixby? You just let him get away with that?
James Hennis.
What is it?
I know that name, Stiggs.
That's something, isn't it?
Hennis. He should be in... I've got to get back to my office. Give me a minute. It's just what I thought. Right there.
What is?
James Hennis. He belongs in correction pending.
Demoted, maybe?
Couldn't be. Agents in this department get labeled as dormant, or status unknown.
Then how is he here with the same name?
In case any agents were tasked by the ministry to do something unclean, they could be wiped of the dirt in identity exchange. These agents were usually relocated safely, given temporary housing here in lounge called buffer rooms.
Why lounge?
Usually a crowd large or drunk enough could disguise any passerby. Apartments aren't uncommon here. You can see them all around. In this case, I just so happen to know we'll be dropping by the Pizzazz Estates.
What exactly are we looking for?
A place called the Memento Estate.
And how do you know what you're looking for is in there?
The history of the Pizzazz has never been one that cleans its carpet after every new shoe to step on it. It's always something wonderful.
Something about you was important to him.
It was me, Stiggs. I wiped his slate clean.
So why the risk to ruin it?
Kevin Moss was his name. He wanted an out after a disagreeable decommission, so I gave it to him. There he walked out as James Hennis, fully aware his tracks would be covered because the buffer rooms were off the record. It gave him leverage.
And what was it that he didn't agree with?
He was covering up an import for another agent trying to make their way up the ranks. The import came from a place trying to create the first atom bomb. It got exported. Form sliding like that can't rest easy.
Still seems like a strangely bold conclusion to come to.
Moss had his doubts about me. Took interest in why I wouldn't see anyone. He then planted someone, and all it took was my refusal of her services to tug the chain he so wishfully wanted.
And did his wish come true?
If it's anything I know about well-to-do agents, it's that they'll do whatever they can to remain an asset. Moss was mostly reputable. One friend would only cut a few layers deep.
So, he demoted himself?
It wouldn't make sense to. Sit tight. An envelope. Bring to building 95, but it's empty. The ministry doesn't refer to its buildings as numbers or addresses. At least, not for a long
Maybe our
time.
greatest mystery, but he is
Don't have
no-
access to a time machine, Bixby.
I'm leaving
Can't
this
connect the
recording
dots that aren't
behind
there.
to get closure.
You're right.
I've been a part
Gotta
of
get back to the
meetings,
task at
taken
hand.
part.
You have a plan or a verdict?
Open and close, Stiggs. The metal ornament belongs to the front hood of a boat. The fine paneling buff would clean the said boat. And the only one that would pull a stunt like that would be the one with enough defective memory storage to hold a grudge for that long. You got the time, bub? Because my watch reads guilty.
On what evidence?
On the fact I never told you what the crime was in the first place.
You can't, I got a family.
Tell it to the front desk, pal. In fact, your family owes me money. I heard Ministry of Boats is hiring defective angry boat lovers.
Settle down, Bixby.
You'll have to excuse me, Stiggs. Sometimes it just gets the best of me.